I want to talk about now what happened yesterday with Newark and the shooting that happened there. A bunch of kids got killed by a gunman. It's a tragedy, obviously. And yes, I have to partly blame the wmma on it. Not all of it, of course. Things like this happen. Not all to blame. But this is what I was talking to you guys about. How violent we have become as a society. And we don't need more violence in it. I know boxing's been around for over 100 years, so not much you can do about that. Wrestling, both amateur and pro, of course the pro being stage, it's still violent to look at. Other violent sports are out there, but this is what I was talking about. Why bring more into it? Why bring some more violence into the world by creating this so-called sport? There's really no need for it. And again, people watch this stuff. They think, well, it's okay to be violent. It's not really. This is what happens. It's a trickle-down effect. That a sport like this, when a created sport like this, just to make money, make it as violent as they can without killing somebody. This is what happens. Again, it's not all that happens. There's violent movies. Violence has been in movies all the time, a long time, I should say. But why add to it with this having women now being so violent? There's really no need for it. What happened yesterday, again, was a reflection on our society, isn't it? In creating a sport like mixed martial arts, especially for women, this doesn't help it. It really doesn't. And this is what I've been trying to say for over a year now. And people are saying, no, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm like, well, there's the proof of it, isn't it? I say you can't all blame it on it, but it has a lot to do with it if you think about it. What we see on TV, what we see in the movies, it's almost like they're justifying that it's okay to beat people up. It's okay for women to go out there and act like men and beat people up. You can look at it, bad enough men are doing it to each other. Now you have women. Again, this is all part of what's happening. And how do we change, though? They say gun control laws should be better. Possibly, but you're not going to take the guns out of the criminals' hands, are you? And they're not going to turn their guns in. So what are we going to do? Walk around like we did in the Wild Wild West with sidearms on us? Again, we need to stop all this violence that we're seeing on TV, and or let people know that if you're watching a movie, that's all it is. But these sporting events that they're coming out with now, what's next? They're gonna have lions go into the cage after the match and maul people. They're gonna have, like they did in the Roman days, put gloves on with spikes on their hands so when you hit somebody, it has to stop. That's all. It's time the sport starts to send out the right message instead of the wrong message like wmma is.